Hello everybody, welcome to Road to Traveled again, I guess. I gotta be honest, if this VN doesn't hook me in this update, the chances of this series continuing are very, very small. And I know that means I'm going to be losing a really big chunk of my viewer base, but I don't fucking care at this point. I really don't fucking care. I'd rather be doing content that I actually like to enjoy rather than pandering to fucking idiots that can't handle when their favorite creator stops doing their thing that they like. So yeah, if you're one of those people, I don't care if you leave, just if you stay then cool, that's also cool. I like you that you're able to discern between the creator's wants and wishes and your wants and wishes, and I like that a lot in people. Parasocial relationships, man, they're fucking creepy. I don't even have that many subscribers, and I'm already feeling like pressured sometimes into doing certain VNs just because it gets more views, and yeah, kind of scary how fast it takes hold. Anyway, this is going to be, I think it's going to be like a day with Rhoun, so that's going to be interesting to see, I guess. My absolute least favorite, well, not my least favorite, that would be Morrowind. Morrowind is just a big, fucking, overly protective man baby, and I really don't like him. He reminds me of everything I hated. I hated in Amicus. Because yes, guess what? I fucking hate Amicus. Isn't that fantastic? Yes, nothing like shilling your Patreon on your Twitter, right? Right, Cryptic Doggo, or whatever the fuck your name is. Withing's protection. Yeah, it's really funny because I'm looking at this here, and it says he's improved the grammar, and he's also trying to work on cutting down some of the fat. That's really funny, because those are the exact things that I was like trying to help him realize were a problem, but because of the way I worded my review, apparently I got banned from commenting on his thing. And he's basically fixing the things that I said he should fix. So, it's kind of funny that. Anyway, day select. Because the save is apparently ruined, and I have to go to day 9, apparently. Who are you? Well, my name is Alex, of course. Who was your roommate? It was Marook. Day 9. Oh boy. Dumb. You are lazy. Waking up to some not so gentle nudges. I shoot up and take a look around before realizing what's going on. I don't even remember where the last video ended. Once I see Marook just standing there, I realize it's my morning call. Of course. Morning. Yawn cuts me off. Cool. But he gets the idea as he grumbles and walks towards the bathroom. I don't remember anything about this VN. Maybe I'm just being dumb, but I do not remember. Let me just see. Yeah, I don't... Oh, okay. So yeah, it's just starting. It's just starting us in medias res. This is the final day that was in the last part. Okay. Sound of a hot shower running gets cut off by the slamming of a metallic door. Getting up and stretching, it still feels early, but how early I cannot say. Soon, however, Marook comes back out and ushers me into the bathroom. Washing off whatever haze was stuck to me, I really warm up to the idea of a new day. Imagine needing a shower to do that, you fucking lazy ass. Leaving the confines of the foggiest room in the station, I see Marook already in uniform and ready for his day while I still have a towel around my waist. Alex, can you hurry up? Oh boy, Doc's gonna be here any minute. Alright, just give me a second. Halfway through throwing on my clothes, there's a knock on the door, followed by a jovial "Morning, Marook, Alex!" Oh boy. Marook rolls his eyes, but ends up waiting for me to get dressed. He rolls his eyes, does he? I literally did too. I fucking hate Morrow. We hurry out the door to meet with the slightly tired-looking Morrow in. Well then, shall we? Like these ways we have to do the halls. Turns out his hypothesis was correct, and no one is out this time. You just posted cringe. Oh my god. That's the video. Where did you get that preposterous hypothesis? Just look up Gordon posts cringe or whatever. It's Half-Life meme. Well, not no one. Few stray Karen make way for us, but far less than before. Is this really necessary, Doc? I mean, waking up at the 5th mark and having you here with us. No, it's not. It's not necessary. I'd rather you go and choke on fucking food and die. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm just saying, it wasn't even bad yesterday. No one even approached us. Didn't anyone? I was so out of your shit I didn't even notice. Yes, but... Conversation continues in this manner as we pass the library, head down some barren halls, and up a short staircase until we reach the final hall. Once the door is in sight, Marook stops us. Alright, they are safe and sound. I made it the other direction. Do you think you can make it down one hallway? Without you, I'm not sure I'll manage. Yeah, whatever. I'll come back at lunch if I can. Right, thank you, Marook. Oh my god, I don't like this dude at all. And now I'm stuck with him again. At least Marook actually treats him like a sentient creature that is capable of making his own decisions and thoughts and doesn't coddle him. Whereas this fucker is like, oh, I must protect the baby at all times or some shit. Don't have time to see where he goes as that continues towards his lab, and I deem it a good idea to follow. Which I'm sure a lot of people that play this find fun, you know? I'm sure they like to be infantilized because they must not be that mature to begin with. Or what, that's not, that, whatever. You get the idea. I'm sure some people like that, but Jesus Christ, it's annoying. Same blue lights cascade around the room as Doc turns everything on for the day. It's still cheerily light. Unlike what, on a worse day? Filling with anxiety. Oh my god, you baby. Grow up. But after yesterday, I'm feeling more confident. Dude, you're fucking lucky they aren't cutting you open and experimenting on you. Fucking grow a spine already, Jesus. You could be in a fucking cage right now, for, like, all you know. You could be on a fucking table getting cut open so they can study your organs and figure out how you tick. So, stop saying, oh no, the anxiety, it's gonna kill me. Like, oh my god. I cannot stand this main character, honestly. Oh yeah, the last video was... Oh yeah, the last video was when that dude in the comments, like, berated me for having my own opinion on something. Wow. So, right now, before I go any further, I'm gonna stop and give you the rundown. If you are here for the game, go and play the fucking game yourself. If you're here for me, my personality, then stay. I'm not gonna compromise my integrity by lying about how I feel. That's dishonesty. That is dishonesty, and I fucking hate that shit. If you have an issue with the way I do my readings, you're free to see yourself out. I don't care. I'd rather have people actually like my content for me than people who can't stand when someone makes a comment on what they're experiencing. So, yeah. There's that, again, because I apparently have to explain that every video now. God. Doc knows what is wrong, well, at least some of it, and I know that nothing will change in a day. Oh my god. Nothing will change in a day? Bruh. Oh my god, you are so lucky to still be alive. It's a tenuous calm I found, but a calm nonetheless. I noticed that yesterday's trays have been taken and there are some new tools arrayed on the doc's desk. Did he come by this morning already? Was it one of those assistants I've heard so much about? What the fuck does that mean? Why is there quotations around that? Okay. Hey, Morrow.
Yes, Alex?
Did your assistants come by last night and clean up?
How very astute of you. Yes, they did. They sanitized the lab, helped look over some of the notes I took, and brought me something they would need for the day.
That was kind of them. Well, it's their job, but still. Wonder how long it all took. We left so late last night that even Doc was tired. Hope they aren't being overworked. Worrying about Karen, I've never met a side. That just means that that you have compassion. That just means you're at least somewhat of a decent human. Like, Jesus. Some of those new tools Doc asked for look pretty damn grisly. Oh my god, grow up. You've seen a needle before. All of them still wrapped in a thin sanitary layer of plastic. What did you say we were going to do today? Just more tests. Lost so much time yesterday that I'm fairly sure we'll have to do some extra work to catch up. Swear he mentioned something about zero gravity. Also extreme heat. Maybe it's better if we don't do those tests right away. Even Doc seems to be taking his time this morning. He's moving between monitors, talking quietly under his breath. Of course he is. I do wonder if anything he's found is really helpful in any way. There's no way this research could actually apply to anything he was doing before I got here. Right? Appreciate the effort and all. But he's starting from nothing here. What could he even do if I were to get sick? I guess I can't worry about that now, just gotta hope I don't get sick anytime. Across the room, Doc calmly shouts out to me. God, honestly, if I was gonna do a VN, I think I've already explained this, but I'll explain it again. I'd start the game with you playing a random dude, and he's just having a nice day. He goes home to his wife and kids. They're having a meal. Everything's fine. I should also mention that this family is in the post-apocalypse, so there's that, and it's not zombies because fuck zombies. So cliche. It would be somewhat non-nuclear. Let's just say that, but it also wouldn't be zombies. And they're just having a nice day, having a meal, talking to each other and shit. And then all of a sudden, the main character busts into the fucking place and starts terrorizing them, asking for their supplies and shit. And basically, you watch through this random dude's eyes as the main character slaughters his family, and then him, and he steals all their stuff, and you switch point of view after the dude that you're looking through dies into the main character. So now you're in the eyes of someone who's done something horrible, but you don't know why he did it, and you also start to learn about him. Also, all the characters would be fucking skinny twinks, because no one living in the post-apocalypse 100 years on, would be fucking fat. Anyone fat or semi-chunky would probably be dead in the first fucking month. So, let's just say that much. I'm probably making that. I'm probably pulling that on my ass, but I still wouldn't put fucking muscular characters or anything like that. I wouldn't put any himbos in there either, because those people are stupid and they wouldn't survive a day. You need to be smart, agile, and nimble in this world. Sorry. Okay, here. I'll get on with this.
Alex, I can hear you from here. What's wrong?
Seriously? Or on the other side, the fucking... That trick is getting a bit tiring. Oh my god, who cares? Never mind. Call me on that, honestly. It's nothing, Marook, I was just stressing myself out. Thank you. Got pigs off of my monitor with this little expression. He's almost too far away, but I can see him scanning me from behind his little glasses. A carrying smile tries to creep onto his face, but it's caught up by a sound from his monitor.
Oh, well, I trust you. But please remember what we talked about yesterday.
Yeah? Appreciate if you could remember what we talked about. No, this is what he's talking about. Damn it. Right, thanks, Doc. Yeah, you're a whiny bitch. You should be grateful to be alive in the first place, but no.
Of course. Now, if you don't mind, could you come here?
Walking over, I see that he has some scans of my body up on the monitor. For some reason, I find myself embarrassed. Like some hidden part of me is being showed off to all these Karen I don't know. I swear, the way I pronounce that, and the only way I really can pronounce that, makes it sound like I'm calling them Karens, but God, even though it's just my skeleton, nothing more.
Well?
Well, what?
What do you think? Pretty impressive, right?
I mean, I guess. I thought I told you I know what X-rays are, though.
Yes, you did, but still. Tell me, have you ever seen your own skeleton?
To be honest, though, if you know about X-rays, then do you actually know about them? Because I think all you know about them is the medical usage for them, where, you know, you take X-ray and, like, your bones and shit. But X-rays are possible via X-rays, you know, radiation type shit. Of course, you're protected from it, but at the same time, like... I could go on tangent. Radiation's fucking terrifying. Wait, he's right. That's me. That's not just some example in a textbook or a John Doe, that's me. Yeah, they do. They have a lot of bones. Get over it. Guess you're right. It's not as impressive. Beaming smile returns as he enlarges a few parts and explains to me there's similarities to Karen physiology. Yeah, that's honestly insane. That is astronomically unlikely. With how fucking huge the universe is and the fact that they're in a different star system. To the point where apparently even like the fucking constellations are different. From what he said, I think. Yeah, it's extraordinarily unlikely that he'd run into aliens that are this similar. There has to be something going on here. I think he likes teaching. He seems excited to show me every little detail he's noticed. Even a small hairline fracture in my arm I had no idea I had. I have literally never had a broken bone, so that's the thing. Well, hell, I know I got it, still.
Now, I did have a few questions that maybe you could answer.
Sure, I can try.
It's actually just one question. No one on my team had any idea what it could be, but, can you possibly explain what this is?
What is? Zooms in and blends the bone in my pelvis. The coccyx. Ah, yes, the coccyx. Such a funny word, that. Isn't that my tailbone? Oh. How in the world am I going to explain that to someone who has a tail? Okay, this might be hard for the neural to understand, so bear with me.
What with you?
Oh boy. This is gonna be something else. The best way that I would explain this is evolution. Basically, what evolution is that the species with the most advantageous traits get to survive and pass on their genes, but the ones that don't die off. And because of that, over time, that species evolves to suit those strengths and advantages, and eventually you get humans. That's just okay. So at one point, humans did have tails, kind of, but we lost them for some reason. Are you a fucking moron? I don't really know. Yes, you do. Once we stopped being tree-bound creatures, we no longer had need for tails because we didn't need them to hold on to the branches. Because we're still primates. We no longer need a tail to like hold on to it. Yeah, we still have the remnants of it in our body, in the coccyx. It's interesting. We also had more fur at 1.2, which we also lost. Does that make sense?
Not in the slightest. Oh, I don't even give their fur or their tail.
It's not up to us. What? You think we could just choose what traits we get and pass on? Okay. No, it wasn't like that. It was like we evolved out of it. After generation, there was less and less. Yeah, I think the right words would be after millions of years. This makes it seem like it happened in like fucking 200 years or something. Millions of years. I think. Also, what do you mean who would give up their tail? I'm still convinced Marook doesn't have one. Son of Carlos Doximals there understands what I said until...
No, I'm not sure he does either, Alex.
Who the fuck cares about being rude? If you're making a joke, who cares about being rude, honestly?
But yes, I think I understand a bit more, Alex. Our species has undergone a few similar changes in our history. But I'm not sure there's anything as drastic as you have described. Although I'm still a bit confused, maybe you could...
Oh boy, again with that thing. I really thought he got it on silent. How the fuck do you turn a neural on silent? I'm sorry. I get out his small flip phone, he quickly checks what the message is. I'd assume Marook just wanted to tell him he's come by with breakfast or something. Yeah, sure. Sure, totally. Ugh. Fauci, disgusting. Stays over tells me a different story. Tomorrow? You okay? He does not respond to me, but he does this sentence makes no... Okay, that's a contradiction. You can't have both of those in the same sentence, mate.
Surely he must be mistaken. I told him that.
Gently grabbing the edge of his coat, I tugged it to make it his attention. Marwin? Eyes shoot down at me, listless and discouraged.
I'm sorry, Alex. I have to go.
Wait, what? This again? Can't be serious. He's serious. Oh well, can I come with you then? He looks away, refusing to make eye contact with me. Tomorrow? He wouldn't. Not after yesterday. Oh my god, you entitled petty bitch! Grow a fucking spine, Jesus! Would he?
Sorry, Alex, not today, no. I'm not gonna go into the press's office.
Wait, didn't we talk about this?
I know! Sorry, it's not my choice. I can't...
Doesn't understand at all. Does he? Shut the fuck up, you... Oh my god, I hate you. I can barely even get him to look at me as he goes through the door. Collecting what little he needs as he rushes out. Manages to snag his coat before he can escape, though. Doc! What am I supposed to do? believe he would just leave again, without so much as leaving with someone or something to do. It's not what I would expect from him. I'm sorry, Never mind. Drop his coat with it, pathetically floss back into place. I get it. It's tight. The professor.
Alex,
Stands stunned before quickly checking and closing his phone. As he looks back between me and the door, he tries to say something, anything, but words fail him. One last time he tries to rally a thought, but nothing comes out of it. Immediately gets out, barely muttering a goodbye. Door closes. His footsteps plod down the hall, quieter and quieter with each step. Fuck! I feel the whole room shake as my anger is released with a single word. Ah, yes, your anger. Your anger at being alive. Your anger at having a relatively humane living situation. Your anger at people for having other responsibilities than your ass. Amazing. To everything, I'm still just in a cage. Oh my god. Grow the fuck up. No, you're not. You're not in a cage. Anxiety comes crawling back from the dredge of my mind. The corners of the room feel less lit, the blue haze of it all more abyssal. The neon ocean to drown it. Jesus Christ, melodramatic much. Looking around, I head back to the stool, just sit at the desk. Bat around the idea of leaving to see if I can find Marook or Rhoun out there. But I know how futile that would be. I guess I can just wait, again, without breakfast. Probably shouldn't remind myself of that. Noticed the tools the doc's assistants left and decided to at least see if any of them are interesting. It would seem that I am not that lucky, as most are just pointy junk. Resigning myself to my fate, I make my way back to the examination table and lay down. Feels awfully macabre, but it's better than sitting up. Wonder why he didn't bring me with him. He has fucking reasons, okay? Is he that afraid of me seeing something I shouldn't? Or is he vainly trying to protect me? Still. I really thought today would be the day that I could take a step forward, but perhaps another day, another day. Jesus Christ, you're such a whiny bitch. Did I fell asleep. That is probably for the best, actually. Getting up and shaking out my weird bones, I head over to the sink to fix my horribly dry mouth. Yep, still empty. No assistants hiding behind any desks or anything of the like. Taking a peek outside, I notice it is fairly quiet, crowded now as a few people walk by. When someone sees me, I slip back inside. I mean, much rather be out there. Even if I don't want to be around too many new Karen right now, rely on myself to sit next to the door. I can only listen to them as they walk by and create some semblance of company. How was your haha, yeah we had, do you think that so early in the morning, we're still not anywhere closer to figuring out why I can understand them, and yet I'm so lucky to be able to. For all the struggles I've been through already, I can't imagine how bad they're backing. At least you're somewhat grateful. Like, God, this bitch. Still, feels like there is a substantial communication barrier. Maybe I'll never really understand them, but I'm still confident. Got such a head start after all. Well, maybe I can... Wait, what was that sound? Putting my ear to the door, I hear many sets of footsteps, but one particular sounds different. It's a bit off from the others. Kind of sounded like frantic running. And it's definitely coming this way. Back up from doors, it gets closer, just in case it's Doc coming back. Although it doesn't sound like his footsteps, it sounds lighter, but also way less coordinated. I don't have to wait much longer to figure out who it is as the door flies open and... Rhoun? What are you doing here? Prepping himself up against the door and breathing heavily to gather himself. He looks exhausted. Did he run all the way here? Hey there, bud. Cuts himself on, takes a deep breath. Sorry, I ran up like 3 stories to get here. Do you need a second? Can I get you some water? No! I mean no. We don't have time. We? Yes, tomorrow will tell you. And we come pick you up because he's going to be busy today. He did. Didn't tell me. I only got his message a few minutes ago. We have to go. Just texted Rhoun when he realized he couldn't be here. Guess he's gonna be busy all day. Wait, why do we have to go? I didn't have time to finish this up for the day, and I have to hand out assignments, and I have to fix... Rhoun, it's okay, let's go. Right. Just stands there waiting for me. Rhoun, you have to lead us there. What? Oh! Right. Well, let's go, bud. He nods and turns his head out the door. Oh, Jesus, it's bright. Not knowing where I'm going, I head out into the crowded hallway. I suppose anywhere is better than here right now, but I don't have time to think about it as Roon is already speeding ahead. How is he so damn fast? He's completely given up and waiting for me and has already turned corners before I can see where he is going. Better not leave him behind. I've have to mind to turn around before I get too lost, but at this point, I think I already am. Turn left, then right, then... Oh shit, where is he? Fortunately, I stopped in an empty hallway, but I didn't see if he turned left or right. He forgot about me, didn't he? Peeking around the corner, I see a few Karen talking, while the other way seems to be empty. Knowing Rhoun, he probably took the empty one. Meandering at a relatively fast pace, I head down to see what I could find. I think I catch a glimpse of him turn another corner, although I can't be too sure. And that in the hallway that he went down seemed to have some more Karen standing around. Where is that damned white rabbit? Oh my god, really? Can't believe you just forgot about me. You petty, entitled cunt. I hate you. Okay, well, it's a bit believable. I'm sure soon enough. Know that when you get lost, you should probably stay where you are, but I'd really rather not bump anyone else without one of my guardians. Being around the corner again, I was Rhoun standing at the far end of the hallway looking quite worried. About the time he noticed. Well, I'm glad I followed him this far at least. Stepping out from my hiding spot, he noticed me and hurries over. Did you get lost? Sorry, I thought you were right behind me. No, I was not. You ran off too fast, bud. Oh, sorry. Well, we really should be going. I'm late after all. White rabbit indeed. Yeah, sure thing. Just please don't walk so fast. Just lost you there. Right, of course, this way. She goes down the hall and turns the occupied hallway. Roon stays ignorant of their gazes while I try to bear it. It'd be lying if I said I was used to it, but now I've been through this 3 or so times, the intensity is much softer. At least most of them look astounded rather than hungry. Still no easy feat to even walk normally. My pace goes from hastened to measured to stuttered in just a few steps, and was tripped for myself at one point. Catch glimpses of them at the corner of my eyes. They stand as statues and dare not approach. One day I would like to converse with them, maybe even relate to them, but I know that day may never come, and if it does, it is surely not today. Turning the corner, I catch up with Rhoun, who was once again zoned out and started walking too fast. Looking back, I can see a few of them but turn the corner to catch one last glimpse of me. It's refreshing, all things considered. What, being the attention whore? Their expressions are more of curiosity and amazement now than anything. So even high when I look back. maybe they aren't so scary after all. God, you just realized. Oh my god, so shocking. After a few sparse halls and some grueling stairways, we find ourselves alone in front of a poorly lit hallway. Only your grit and grime is visible once more. Guess that everyone here is so pristine and well kept. A little surprised after what Marook showed me, but I guess it's all fine. Rhoun quickly runs over to a panel and starts trying key cards on the door. The door responds with a very clear buzz, then Rhoun sighs and tries another. This might take a second. Walls here are much colder than before. I noticed it, but I can see my breath as well. Tip my hand off the wall to an imprint that quickly fades. Damn, it was like we frigid all day. Hearing a different sound from the door, I look over to see that Rhoun has gotten it to open and stepped inside. It's either let me in or I'm not waiting for her to take the initiative. I head inside before the door decides to close and let me out. It does indeed shut behind me, and everything looks dark for a second when I adjust to the low light. It seems like another service tunnel. Looking at it, I see Rhoun ambling his way through and decide to follow. I should probably remind him that he is company, lest he leave me for a third time. Hey Rhoun, where are we? Oh boy, there's a bang, is there? So spooky. He jumps into the pipe, causes an echo to cascade down through the hall. Small light starts flashing where I make contact with the low ceiling. Jesus Christ, there's so much fucking fluff here. Trim it, for fuck's sake. Oh my god. Are you okay, Rhoun? Ow. Takes boy, so fucking... Oh my fucking god. It takes a moment to rub his head with his prosthetic before looking around and noticing the flashing light. There is a pause as it washes over and his arm responds in kind, almost trans like he used to do Paul to it, and clang! Oh no. Pushes it back into place. So cool, I guess. Another resounding thud is heard through the corridor. This time the light blinks and then stops. Return to its neutral state. Rhoun, did you just fix that with your bare hand? What? Oh, Alex, I forgot you were... yeah, well... until sometimes the tools the one you have in hand, you know? Oh my god. Oh my god, I thought... Well, I'm hearing so many fucking noises, I swear to fucking Christ, it's giving me the fucking heebie-jeebies. I keep hearing fucking noises. I can't help but blink a few times while staring at him. He can barely even face me in this dark corridor. Snapping out of it, I run myself to offer a shaky response. Yeah, I guess so. Placated, he offers a small nod. Oh boy, so fascinating. I really don't like how fucking basic the vocabulary is. Like, you could try and spice up your prose style. Just saying. It's really fucking simple. It's really fucking boring. The prose is really boring, and yet I think it would benefit from you improving it entirely. But I highly fucking doubt that the Grey is gonna watch this, because apparently he doesn't take criticism well. We should get going. I'm still really late. Right, yeah, sure. Please don't leave me behind this time, though, okay? Leave you, but... Oh! Right, sorry. Here, stay close to me. space till I catch up to him before really moving forwards and leading me through the pipes and cords and make up this corridor. It's almost pitch black in here, even as the light from his arm illuminates withered wires and scratched metal. So spooky. Oh boy. Oh yeah, Robert Eggers making an Nosferatu remake. I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest. It's already been remade twice, or been remade once. And the original is still fucking amazing. The 1920s version is amazing, but of course, people nowadays don't like to watch it because black and white is boring. Fucking normies. Normies legit give me the fucking anger like nothing else. They ruin so much entertainment with their constant need to be placated to, and everything needs to be explained in crystal clear detail for their fucking smooth brains to wrap around it. It's still frigid as well, but I'm not sure what Rhoun can do about that. Morrowind couldn't turn up the temperature in one room. I don't know if Rhoun could turn up the temperature in wherever we are. Although he's proven to be crafty in the past, maybe I can ask. I don't think being crafty and having control of the fucking spaceship is like the same thing. He's still rubbing his head where he hit it. Right, that was quite the impact. Are you alright, Rhoun? Sound like you hit your head pretty hard back there. Do you need to stop for a second? No, I'll be fine, thank you. It's just a bump. I'll look at it later. Are you sure? I mean, you displaced a whole pipe by accident. Most of the pipes down here are due for replacement. Well, overdue, actually. So it's not that hard to break them. But it was still just a small bump, but don't worry. I'll put something on it later if it hurts too much. That was way more than a small bump. But if he's determined to hurt his me or whatever, I won't stop him. Overdue to be replaced on a fucking space station. Yeah, that's totally not concern at all. I'm not even gonna lie though, if this turns into a space horror, I'm gonna be fucking ecstatic because I love that shit. There is so much horror potential in space, like, good lord. Oh boy. Following quickly down the dark tunnel, I eventually step into a narrow and totally unfamiliar hallway. This does not look narrow. I don't think you know the definition of the word narrow. Everything is a bit darker and a bit dingier. Where are we, Rhoun? We're in the main maintenance tunnels. They're one all over the ship, but this floor specifically is where we operate from. Do you always have to crawl through a tunnel to get to work? What? Rhoun, we just crawled through a hole in the wall to get here. I have to do that every day just to get to work? Oh, no. Usually I take the elevator to the main stairway, but, well, you can't really do that yet. Oh, of course. That makes more sense. Although, sometimes I do take a back route to get here. All the tunnels on the station are connected, so it's pretty easy to find your way back here. Look, see this. Points to a sign on the wall. Before this, you can always find your way to the maintenance hub. We put them up for ourselves if we lost too many people in the tunnels. You lost people in the tunnels? What the fuck? How fucking big are these things? Jesus. Lost them? As in, it just gives me a confused expression. Like, you did find them eventually, right? They aren't dead. No! Just not any recruits get lost and, well, we had to find them. It's caused so many people to switch to different posts, so we put these signs up so that wouldn't happen again. Well, so it would happen less. Okay. That's somewhat reassuring to hear. That is actually really creepy. Oh, there's oh, man. If this was a space horror, these tunnels would get featured a lot, I can tell you that. Oh boy. I'd rather not run into any carrying corpses of unfortunate recruits who got lost down here, lest I join them. Oh boy. God, that is such horror potential. I love it. But yeah, it's reminding me of the manga Blom or Blame, or however the fuck you say it. But yeah, that one's really just, the art is amazing and it's so fucking, oh my god, just read it. Well, thanks for letting me know about those signs, bud. I'll keep an eye out. Really nods and looks back and forth before heading off a direction without letting me follow. Yeah, he obviously has some sort of behavioral disorder or autism or something. I can pretty much guarantee that with the way he acts. Social anxiety, maybe. Definitely a bit out of it right now. More so than usual, so I don't say anything and just follow behind. Tips in my ears have an uncomfortable chill to them, and I've had to hide my hands in my pockets. There's still no other signs of life down here. I'd love to know how big this damn place is. No, Marwin kind of told me, but still, the endless blank hallways here feel oddly disturbing. Hey, Rhoun. Yeah? How big would you say this place is? I know that you probably can't explain it to me literally, but in your own words, could you tell me? Sure thing, Alex. It's the biggest place I've ever worked at. Mind you, I've only worked at 2 stations, and the other was on a planet, so I wasn't nearly as big. There are tons of unoccupied floors, and floors with machinery. I'd say the lower you go in the station, the few people there are. At least from what I've seen working here. But overall, the station itself is massive. It's one of the biggest in the system. Definitely the biggest self-sufficient one. How low are we right now? We're about 3/4 of the way down. If you go further, it gets harder and harder to find ways down. And the bottom is, at the bottom is the Marook. That sounds familiar for some reason. The Maroon? What is that again? Oh, right. I think we told you once, but it's the reason that we have gravity on the station. I looked into it a bit more after we talked. I think it pulls everything towards it, but otherwise I don't know. I just know it's really big and really, really expensive. And I think there's only one of them. Anywhere, I mean. Not just here. Right, they did say that before. Well, it's interesting to know that it's at the bottom of the station. Why is that interesting? It makes sense. Gravity pulls you down. So, of course, you'd have to put it at the bottom of the station. Well, it doesn't pull you down. Down is in direction in space, but it like, you know what I mean. And even Rhoun's sort of explanation has got me more curious about it. There really is just so much going on at this station. You aren't allowed down there, right? Some machines. Well, I am allowed there, but I can't get too close. It messes with bionic prosthetics and neurals, which can get dangerous. But if I fix things around it on the lower floors, yeah. Right, you did mention that it messed up your arm. Yeah, I couldn't use it for a day. It felt weird the whole time. One of the doctors called it a phantom pain. It was there even if I took my arm off. Just a nerve problem, not an arm problem. No, amputees have the whole phantom limb thing on all as well. But I wouldn't know how to fix something like that. Anyways, I just fixed things around it. Yeah, small parts of it, like the lights or the wiring. That still sounds incredibly impressive. Oh, speaking of, hey Roon. Sorry, I got another question. Yeah? I think Mara said you were trying to repair the exterior of the station. Is that true? He strips over himself as I ask, taking a second to look back at me with a confused expression. He said that? I didn't know he knew that. Oh, I'm sorry. That's something I shouldn't have heard. No, it's just I didn't tell Marwin that. At least I didn't think I did. Oh, maybe right in your file? You do have a file, right? He must have. Do you not like people knowing that you're trained for that?
Huh? Oh, no, it's just I was surprised is all. I'm one of the only mechanics trained to do it. Mind you, most of the time engineers go outside to fix any issues. I'm usually called to replace paneling or if any light goes out.
Pretty sure it's far more interesting than that.
Okay, maybe it is a bit more interesting. But really, I don't get to do a lot of the complicated repairs. I mainly just help out, but I've been called to do it in the past, yeah?
Is anyone else in your team trained for that kind of work, or is it just you?
Oh, it's just me.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm trying to show my assistants, but since they don't get called out very often, we don't get much access to the suits. And it's a bit hard to train someone how to work on the exterior of a space station without a spacesuit.
Okay, that's fair. But your assistants? I'm sorry, did you tell me their name before?
Oh, just in passing. It's Kess and Milo. They should be around here working today.
Oh, well, I get to meet them?
I'm not so sure, Alex. I don't think we're allowed to really introduce you to more people right now. In fact, I'm not even sure why you're with me today. Not that I don't want you here, just... I wasn't expecting to have you show up around today. I thought you were going to be with the doc with Dr. Seno. I got the message when I was halfway through finishing some schedules and I had to run to get you. Couldn't you have scheduled me sooner?
Well, I don't think so. We had to go and do something for Tyr today. Actually, you had to do something for Tyr yesterday, too. Sound kind of urgent, not that I'd really know when he can't be in two places at once.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Well, I do know that Chief Seno is always busy, so I imagine it's important.
Gets me worried we're trying to change the subject.
It's okay that you are here. I knew I was going to have to take care of host you in the future. So it's good to get some practice now. Although, today might be a bit hectic if that's alright. There's a lot to repair, we only have so many parts to do it.
I have a feeling every day is hectic for Rhoun. He doesn't seem the type of person that whoever stops. Well, you have 2 more paws out today if you need them. So you'll not hold up my hands. Gives me a confused expression before smiling.
Oh! You don't have to do anything, Alex. You can just stay in my office if you want to.
No. No. No! I don't care how polite he's being with that offer. If I find myself stuck in one room again all day, I will lose it. I'd rather not stay in the same place all day if that's okay. And hey, I can help carry things, remember? You did say that would be helpful, didn't you? The shock expression told me all I need to know.
Oh, well, I was just kidding then. You don't have to do that, bud.
No, really, I want to. It'd be nice to get out and see more of the station.
Oh, well...
Yeah?
Most of the repairs are in the maintenance areas, and so it would just be a lot of tunnels like this. If that's something you want to see.
Oh, of course. Well, still, it's better than another office, no matter how cool it may be. Yeah, that sounds great, Rhoun. Appreciate it if you could show me around.
I'd be happy to, Alex. It's delighted to see you even down here.
Yeah? Like what?
Um,
Don't think he was actually ready to give me an example. That or he knows something else he needs to fix. Base becomes glacial as he gets lost in thought. It's as though I can see the gears in his head turning. Light on his arm softly glow against the cool background. Glad I'm not particularly claustrophobic. Otherwise this day might be a bit more stressful than it already is. Wonder what Doc's doing right now. Said you don't know with that, and I put out tears giving him a hard time. Can't worry about that. Not now, at least. Maybe I should...
oh, I know. I could show you the old thrusters.
The what? Did he finally think of something interesting you could show me?
You could show me what? Thrusters. Oh, what's left of them. The station didn't just get here by itself. They had massive rockets and mounted here. But since the station doesn't really move anymore, they took them off. Now it just makes small adjustments by itself.
Oh, so the station was more of a ship at one point.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. But it's really fascinating part of the ship, lots of unused mechanical parts, interlocking systems. It's all very interesting.
Positively beaming right now. Guess this is his element after all. Oh my god, we're almost an hour. Okay then. Didn't feel like that. Didn't feel like it. Felt way longer, to be honest. But it doesn't sound like the most interesting thing to visit. Isn't this the guy who sneaks into pools when he isn't supposed to? Want to show me an empty room with broken machinery? Actually, that sounds about right for him. Maybe I could persuade him to find something more interesting later. But hey, it's something. Sounds great, Rhoun. If we have the time, I'd love to see it. Quickly smiles and nods and we start moving again. The cold is really getting to me now. Seeing as he's not even wearing a long sleeve shirt, I can't imagine there's a mutual feeling. We're out to see if he has something in his office. Speaking of, actually, I wonder how he got his own office. Don't doubt his technological prowess, but he does seem to hold an impressive position for someone of his disposition. I mean, even Tyr complimented his skills. Hey, Rhoun. Yeah? Can I ask if you got your position? What do you mean, bud? Like as the director of maintenance. Oh, well, I originally worked on Leo after position. Oh, shit. Yawns. Yawns, Jesus. Well, I originally worked on Leo until the position opened up, and which I applied for right away. It was my first time in space, so that was nice. From there, I kept work until the position here was available, and once the director position was open, I voted into it. I was also one of the only high-ranking crewmates, and available. I don't want to say I fell into it, but it was very sudden. It's still great, bud, even though I know it came with a lot of scheduling for you. Oh, yeah. Sometimes I was just fixing things. But I'm brave for the position. Oh, it sounds nice. Thanks for telling me. No problem. Oh, this way, please. I need to work on this more. If I manage to get this right, this is gonna be fucking great. This is gonna be a great story. Oh my god. Crucignatius. Yeah, it's gonna take me a fucking while to finish this one, though. Sorry, following down, I see a seemingly identical corridor. Following down a seemingly identical corridor, I notice another one of those slants in the wall. Guess he wasn't kidding, they're everywhere. If you can spot them behind all the wires. Coming to a tangle, he stops. Typo! Need to fix that. Come into a tangle, he stops for a second to check them for something. And quickly takes some notes on his monitor. I can see now why I always must be late for everything. He's doing the same thing he did when we were trying to get in the library. I'd remind him we have a meeting to get to, but I think he's stressed out enough as it is. That being said, I have noticed his tail has been decently active this morning. I wonder if he really enjoys his work that much. I want to ask him about how he got into doing repair work, but I hold my tongue for now. We're approaching a large door. Roon does not stop for a second, lean over a monitor to input some commands. Oh boy. Stand around and note the lights in the door seem to be corresponding to what he's doing. I'd ask him exactly what that is if he wasn't so caught up in it. After a bit more typing, I jump as the door starts to slide open, mist billowing in through its gaping maw. I actually kind of like that sentence. That's a fun one. Not something I'd write, but it's still fun. I mean, currently I'm writing this to, like, experimental thing where I try and show off my linguistic skills. Mainly just, like, a lot of French and English, like, mashed together into one concoction. This new air accumulates around my ankles and has a slightly warmer feel to it. Rhoun looks up and hurries through, only stopping to turn around and beckon me onward. Wonder how many security measures and bulwarks he has to go through daily just to get to his office. At least he normally takes the elevator. But this seems a bit ridiculous. Walking through the dense air, I can see the machine it's coming from. They're dripping wet with condensation rolling down their metallic bodies. From one type of machine-filled corridor to another, I see. At least these ones keep me warm. We must be close now, as Roon started walking off without me again. Catching up to him, I see that he's reading something on his monitor and muttering under his breath. With all these damn cables on the ground, I'm worried that he's going to trip. Maybe I could take his mind off whatever it is he's reading. You okay, Rhoun? You look kind of distracted. Stopped and I have to walk back a pace to stand next to him. Guess he was really out of it. What? Sorry, what was that? Are you okay? Been walking for a while now and you haven't said anything. Right. I'm fine, sorry. I was trying to finish everyone's schedule for today. Okay, so I started this video at like 10:27, I think. And I woke up around 9:30-ish. Kiss just messaged me and told me everyone is there already waiting for me. Which is good, of course. Yeah. But it does mean that I need to finish these before we get there, and well, we're almost there. Oh, do you want to stop finish them then? I can wait. No, it's okay. We should just go on ahead. I'd rather just decide what I have for the day and not keep them waiting. Right, of course. He nods and takes one last look before heading back down the hallway. He wasn't wrong about how far we were as he approached the presumably final door. Finding the right key card much faster this time, he swipes us into another hallway. Walking down a bit, I can start to hear noises, and not the thrumming of pipes that I become so accustomed to. Sounds like voices, and a decent amount of them at that. He opens one final door, then... Oh, okay. That is a very interesting design for this place. It's like all the cables form some kind of tree. That's kind of cool, actually. It's some decent art design. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna get some water and, you know, stuff. I'll be back in a sec. I really fucking hate that dog so much. I thought she left. Oh my god, shut up, dog. I almost hear your fucking whining. What? Take the top of the bottle down. Alright, back to it. Right. Alright. Time to get back into this, everybody. We arrive at a fairly large central room where we seem to be on the top floor. Quickly looking down, I can see a crowd of a few Karen just mingling and waiting. Some her just come in looking up and pointing. A paw lands on my back and gently guides me into a dark room until you hear a light switch behind me. Oh boy. It is a mess in his office. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, this is exactly what I imagined his office would be like. How does he manage to get any work done in here? Does he even work here? Or is this just where he keeps his stuff? Seeing what Doc's office looked like, I end up feeling a little bad. But maybe he doesn't need as much room. Well, okay, that's bad formatting. Wow, Roon, is this whole room yours? I must sound genuinely amazed. Yeah, I'll get to work on whatever personal work I want to in here, when I have the time. But it's great because I'm allowed to be rid of broken parts I repair and see if I can do anything interesting with them. Oh, they just let you keep anything in your place? Well, no one's told me otherwise. But... well, I won't tell anyone. Now, do you mind staying here for a bit, Alex? I have to go and hand out the morning assignments. Will you come back for me? Of course! I'm just not sure it's the best idea for you to walk out in front of all of them. I mean, I can't really remember if you're supposed to do that. I know Doc said something about it. I don't think it was stated that I shouldn't be seen by anyone to large crowds. And Roon said his crew was, what, 13, maybe 14 people? And again, there's no way to know how they'll react. But if I'm ever gonna get used to seeing them and get them used to seeing me, I have to start somewhere. Wow, actually showing some maturity and fucking motivation. Wow, I like that for once. Hey, Rhoun. I really need to hurry, Alex. What is it? I was just wondering, can I come with you? Hand out the assignments? You want to... what? I want to go down there and meet everyone. Stops arranging things on his desk and looks back at me, with his jaw completely agape. Are you sure? I mean, well, I just think it would be good to meet some other Karen. Marwin had the idea to slowly show me off to more people, and this seemed like a good time to do that. Oh no, I've completely overwhelmed him. I think he's shut off or trying to find a good way to tell me no. Either way, it does not seem like he expected me to ask that at all. I'm not so sure I can do that. Didn't the captain say to keep you out of sight? I don't know. Can't read the instructions she gave us. You tell me. Got him. He was really busy if he didn't finish reading that message the captain sent out. Don't feel good taking advantage of him like this, but I see no real harm in his crew. Or at least seeing what they look like. All I've seen so far are scientists and doctors, most of whom look ready to dissect me more than anything. If you're really nervous about it, we don't have to, but I would like to. Some intangible thoughts dart between his eyes as he looks around for an excuse. All thoughts are intangible, they're not yours. One that I know he cannot find. For it is in... well, actually all thoughts are intangible because you can't touch them. For it is in the pages of a document he has yet to read. I guess? Yeah, if it's okay with you. You said your crew was fairly small, so I thought it might be easier. I haven't asked
Dr. Marwin about what you said. But if that's what he thinks and you are okay with it, then that's fine. We have to go now. I'm late enough as it is.
Right. Alright, let's try this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Took long enough to get here. We're able to go and interact with more of them. Took way too long. I gotta be honest, way too long. I non-equally got us himself. Oh my god, shut up! Being able to take in the room again, I can see just how massive it is. It must be at least 5 stories tall and just filled with extra parts and cape. 5 stories? I think you might be exaggerating there. I think you might be doing a bit of tomfoolery with the numbers there, mate. Just gotta be honest, that seems real sus. Oh ho ho. Oh ho 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 ho. It's like, my math, I think that's like 54 or 55 feet. Actually, that makes sense. That actually makes sense. It was 5 stories tall and just filled with extra parts and cabling. I'm sure if they use the service elevator to get everywhere, but what about all these moving parts? Roon surely can't do that in his own. Can he? There's no way he's that strong, right? Although after watching them fix that pipe, I can't be too certain. Looking down, I see that the congregation is headed over to a small open area where they're waiting in front of a stage of some kind. Oh, I can see it there. I think that's what he's talking about. Leading the small open elevator down, I'm hurried over by Rhoun, who seems to be nervously switching between checking on his monitor and looking at me with a worried expression. As we get closer, the mumbling gets louder and louder as I can start to make out members of Rhoun's crew. They all seem wearing a similar uniform to him, in different variations of either having sleeves, not having sleeves, or being a complete jumpsuit. Some of them have prosthetics too, though I wonder if any of them have neurals. What I understood after my conversation with Doc, it seems as though you may only be neural if your prosthetic is advanced enough. Setting out behind a tangle of wires and pillars, the first head starts to turn. Watches it looks towards Rhoun, then snaps towards me. Only takes one gasp for everyone to be notified of my presence. Maybe this was a mistake. They're always so much bigger up close. Try to stand as close to Rhoun as possible as he heads up onto the small stage. It quickly opens the projection to finalize some things. New CG. Cool. Sorry for being late. Is that it? Oh, by the filament, it's real. It was a joke. Is it washing? So, today we have. Just saw they were looking at look away. I want to test the lives in the hangar base, so tell the others about Poor Rhoun can't get a word in over all them talking. Really? Oh, how about you speak up and tell them to shut the fuck up? How about that? Maybe we. Daniel have to report, of course, it's an alien. I mean. Oh boy, then why in the void do I hear other fucking voices? Wow. Whoever this is a based individual. Voice booms out from the back of the crowd and everyone quickly snaps to attention. Rhoun seems to be too out of it to have noticed. All eyes are still on me, but as Rhoun starts listing off names and assignments, they start to pay attention. Slowly they care and disperse. They all take a few last looks at me before disappearing into separate tunnels and elevators. Some look like they want to stay and ask questions, but are pulled away by their partners and begrudgingly leave. Eventually, however, the room is silent once again. There's just Rhoun and I on the stage. There's room to close everything down and turn off the monitor. Instead of turning to me, though, he stops and stares at his metal hand. Fingers slowly curl and open, a perfect facsimile of flesh. Turns it over and over, just inspecting it. Is there something wrong? Does he need to go get his replacement? Rhoun? His ear twitches. He heard me whether he wanted to or not. Think I might have pushed things too far. Do you need help, bud? Finally acknowledges my presence. No. Well, that's good. Not knowing else to do, I simply wait for him to snap out of whatever trance he's found himself in. After curling his hand to a fist, he breathes out a heavy sigh and turns to me. I'm sorry, Alex. They're usually better than that. I should have given more if you were coming. No, it's my fault. I shouldn't have pushed you to let me come out. Still looks upset. Who the fuck is... What? Okay, it's just... I thought some idiot was, like, zooming through the neighborhood like fucking NASCAR. No, it's just a garbage truck. What? He still looks upset. Or is that how he normally looks? Damn it. Are you okay, bud? Should we go fix something? God, that sounds dumb. Is that really all I know about him? That he likes fixing things? Looks around quickly before meeting my eyes. Yeah, I was on that schedule too. Let's go back to my office quickly. I have to pick some things up first. No, and he takes the lead as we walk over cables and scuff floors back to the elevator. Taking a longer look around the room, I notice it seems to have smaller offices and areas to the rest of the crew. I guess it's more of the hub for maintenance than anything. Rhoun heads inside the office as I take the opportunity to lean against the railing and take him over myself. Looking up, I notice this true scale of the room as I can't even see the ceiling. Okay, so not 5 stories then. Because you'd be able to see 54 to 55 feet, if I'm correct in that. It's either too dark or it's obscured by the rain of cables descending like vines. Looks like a tangled mess. It looks like a tree. I can't imagine how any of it works. Electricity. But I'm sure it all does. Wonder all of his crew to go. I could only understand some of the assignments. Just how far do they have to go to fix a light in this place? Well, maybe we could take the elevator, wouldn't be so bad. Can't imagine taking the stairs to the top floor would be pleasant. Door gently creaks open behind me, and I turn to see Rhoun's muzzle gently peeking out from inside. You know you can come in, right? Oh, sorry, I just need to pick some things up. I do, but it will take a minute. Step back inside, I see he's made a pile of bits and bobs on his desk. Bits and bobs, as if the entire room isn't covered in them. Interficiamos. Et no. 'Tis no use, I says, to be anything but what the art. Sorry, I keep going out of it. My brain keeps fucking dissolving into mush. Oh boy. I think one of them looks like a fuse. But I barely know what fuses look like back on Earth, so who really knows? You've gotta be an absolute moron. Maybe it's candy. After gently moving something's either scrap metal or extremely important aside, take a seat on one of the stools and watch him work. Despite the mess, I think he knows where everything is. He certainly has a better idea of where things are in his office than Morrowind did. Somehow. Although he's far less gentle as pieces of metal fall to the floor and tools are given one look before being flung to the other side of the room. So, what are you fixing today? Huh? Do you get to fix anything cool today, bud?
Oh, not really. I'm running the usual checks on some breakers. Checking some lights in maintenance halls, and seeing a pipe pressure on the 17th floor is okay, but maybe replacing... Goes on and on with his personal list of tasks that seemingly need to get done today. Doesn't sound like he gave out that much for his co-workers this morning. But maybe they had to do harder jobs, I wouldn't know. You want to pack a bag for me to carry? You said I could help, right?
I did, didn't I? While creeps into his face, he turns to face before looking around the room, presumably for a bag. I think I did stress him out this morning with my impromptu request. Top being late for his work already. But I'm glad to see that it might not bring down his whole day. Whatever. Why would that bring down his day? You asked me to help him. Yeah. God, sometimes this main character drives me up the fucking wall. Why does it feel like every protagonist in these absolute retard sometimes? Like, oh my god. It's so annoying. Looking over the wall, he pulls a small satchel off the hook before turning it over and emptying the contents on the table next to him. Well, I was wondering where that went. Okay, maybe he's not actually that organized. Still, it's impressive that he's found what he's needed so far. Turning holds out a bag for me. I know you already have a bag, but maybe this would be better. You can keep it too, if you want. Then I take in the bag from it seems made of some synthetic material, but it still seems well made. Emblazoned on the flap is a logo that looks suspiciously like the logo on Marook's jacket. Really? Thanks, Rhoun. I'm trying on and realize the length of the strap is far too long. Oh, let me help you with that. Letting him take the lead, I sail my arms apart as he gently takes the strap and to adjust it for me. Works swiftly as his dexterous fingers loop around it. Blah, 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 blah. So much fucking fluff, Jesus Christ. So much fucking fluff. Not sure if Karen knows that what thumbs up are, as he just smiles and nods. Picking up the bag again, I turn over to him to inspect it more thoroughly. Hey, Rhoun, what's this here on the front? No, that's the Star of Elrain. Star? Isn't the Star of a different name? Yeah. Well, no. It's just the flag of Elrain. Represents Leo, Yorium, and Reich. Did Dr. Center tell you any of this? He told me about the planets, but not about the government. Oh, well, I don't think he wants to tell you about it. But it just represents the system as a whole. The occupied systems, at least. Okay, thanks. We'll have to ask Mara about that some other time. Rhoun finishes liberally shoving things into his bag as he scours the room for anything else that he may need before we head out for the day. He hands me a few random tools to put into my bag as well. Whether he actually will need them or not is a different story. You see him sling the loudest bag in the world over his shoulder. Turns to me one last time. Are you ready, Alex? We have to head up a few floors to get to the top to the first fix. Hopping out my stool, I nod and he heads to the door, open it for both of us. A cool breeze washes over me and I shudder and I stutter. Hey, Rhoun, wait. Yeah? Oh boy. Might be a bit late to ask.
But do you have an extra jacket I could wear? It's really cold down here. Oh! Right. I give you mine, but well, I think you need sleeves. Let me see a second. Oh my god. He takes a second to look around the room, seeing if he can materialize a jacket beneath any piles of scrap and junk. Before walking back to the door, still lost in thought. It's okay if you don't have one. Just might be a bit rough for me. You can't hear me. He turns around and looks at something outside before exclaiming, "Oh!" and walking off. Never learned well enough not to wait for him, so I followed after, being sure to close the door in his office as I way out. Shut up, Juno! God, I hate that dog so much. Why is it still here? It should have been gone by now. It isn't... God. And they're not even taking care of it either. Like, they literally left it in its cage in, like, its own filth. Fortunately, it hasn't gone down the elevator yet. And I can hop on as the gates close. We ride down in silence. Seems to still be thinking before he heads off in one of the similar adjacent rooms. After I knock something over and dig through some lockers, he comes out with the jacket. Whoa, did you just have extras? I forgot we have a few just in case someone loses theirs. It might be a bit big, even though I think this is the smallest size. And this is perfect. Taking the jacket out, we slip it on, noting that while it's not insulated, it's padded. It's also maybe 2 sizes too big, but I can at least roll up the sleeves so they fit a bit better. Oh boy, and I'm wearing my intern shirt today too. Guess I really look the part now. Thank you so much. It'll be much better with this. Sure. It's not very warm, and Rhoun, really, this is enough. Smiles again. I see a small tail lap eyeing him as he turns and just ready to follow. I've seen him wear a jacket like this many times now that it's weird to actually wear it myself. He's right. Isn't very warm, but anything helps. Drapes below my waist and even rolled up the sleeves are comically large. Padding enough to protect my... Jesus fucking Christ, dude. So much goddamn fucking padding. I don't understand how these are most popular videos. I really don't. Like 2.6k views for the first part? What the fuck, mate? Why? I know you listed it off earlier, but I was curious. But what is up first for today? First, we should probably check some circuit breakers. It's not hard, and it will help later if we have to change any lights in the maintenance tunnels. I'm sorry. What? Why? It's not really that interesting. Anything being done here, at least not today. I'm sure hanging out with Dr. Tenno would be much more interesting. No, Rhoun, this is great. I mean, look at this place. Just rimming off its brutalist marvel. The cable's a chandelier to my dance. Honestly, this is a fantastic break from his office, too. I mean, have you seen it? No, why? Is it messy? Yes. I'm surprised, and I just hope he never has to go in for a physical. As I come to one of the many tunnels, he flicks some switches on the wall and lights start to flash on, slowly leading us onwards. That is one long and dark hallway. To say it's not horrifying in some way would be a flat-out lie. Grab my shoulder to stop the memories. I notice Rhoun to get him a step forward with the pale light. God damn it. Gonna develop claustrophobia at this rate. They could at least install LED lights. Doesn't have to be so damn dark. Whatever. Should catch up before Roon gets lost or something. Oh boy, where are we going now? Back in this fucking tunnel. Jesus. Jesus
Christ, mate. Why the fuck? Nostalgia is officially a cancer. Yet, 110%, 110%, nostalgia is a fucking cancer. As we wade through the doldrum of the thinly lit veins of the station, I find a certain calm to it. It is dark, yes, but it is alive, as a cave were. I don't know about that. A cave is much more organic, because it's a cave. By definition, it's organic. Rhoun wordlessly guides us through this place with the wisdom of someone who's lived here their whole life. He scarcely bothers to look for any guidance. He knows the way. A map internalized long ago, played out 1,000 times in his head. Every turn an old friend, every crossing practiced 1,000 times. Isn't that so fucking crazy how, like, your brain just does that? Like, I remember when I moved here, into this area, into this house, the area was still kind of, it was, like, not very, like, comfy, and then now it's just like, oh yeah, I could tell you where a lot of things are, just from me talking. Like, and every destination a memory. Although I do think we may have gone in a circle once or twice. But who am I to say? Or as I know, everything here looks the same. I took a service elevator up a few floors, and apparently this is the furthest up in the station I've ever been. But we've still yet to reach our goal. He's since gone silent as well, just muttering something under his breath as we trudge forwards. Okay, so I did some calculation before I started this recording session. An hour and 33 minutes ago. And, this update is 35k words. 35k words, just based on my own knowledge of writing, and writing a lot, is about 70 pages. Is about 70 pages, yeah. And I'm fairly certain that this update is going to take me 4-ish hours to completely narrate, barring any, like, deviations like this. I think my calculations are right. I guess I'll see when I'm done with this update. The pale light now acts more as a web holding us back than inviting us in to drown. I wonder how different this place is on a floor-to-floor basis. Even here, behind the walls. Taking us through a few more bulkheads and up a ladder, Roon starts to slow down. He comes to a corner, looks both ways, and turns to me. How have you been doing, Alex? Sorry, I know it's a lot of walking. Oh, it's fine. Are we close to the, fuse box, or whatever it was? Yeah, just around the corner. I just wanted to see if you were okay. Oh, don't worry about that. That's like the one thing humans are made to do. I'm pretty sure that's how I manage as a species, actually. Yeah? Well, it is, if it's too much, let me know. Endurance hunting. Endurance hunting. That's what gave us an edge over other animals is we just continued after the same one until eventually they were exhausted. We just oh man, that's actually horrible. That's horrifying. I tend to break after a while here, or nap. Alright, will do, Rhoun. Gives me a nervous nod and gestures around the corner. Coming to a fairly large intersection, for down here at least, I see a few panels on the wall with various bits of Karen text scrawled all over them. Opening one up, Rhoun flips off some switches before inspecting some of the fuses, which do indeed look like candy. There's initial inspection, he flicks some of the broken ones into his bag before scourging around at first of a box that rattles as he lifts it. Inside are more brightly colored pieces that he eyes up for proper replacement. Picking out the right one, he goes to replace it before faltering, as he notices me standing but a foot away, taking a moment to think before asking. Hey, the Playpod, do you want to fix this? Me? Yeah. It's really simple. If you want to, of course. It's not dangerous, I promise. There's no electricity running through it right now. Why would there be? I mean, it's a fuse box. That's supposed to power the electricity. It's not supposed to be electrified itself. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Stepping forward, pushing him in the box, I shrug and take a step forward. Take a little piece from his open paw. Okay, so you put that in slot 25. And make sure that the little arrow is pointing up. Where is 25? Oh, here. Reaching past me, points to an empty slot next to some of the other colored fuses. Which way is up? This little arrow? Yeah, it's just like that. Slot in, and it makes a satisfying click to assure me I've done it correctly. Why wouldn't it? God. I really hate Juno so much. She's such a terrible dog. I don't know. Backing up to some of my work, Rhoun leans in to see how everything is in place. It looks good, bud. Okay, water. Let's see if that was the right one. So some of the switches on the side of the box, and nothing happens. That's good, right? No smoke or anything? But... Oh yeah! No, that's it. Good job. Sorry, I was checking to see if any of the others needed to be replaced. What was this for anyways? I think this was for the lights in someone's office. It's supposed to be just boilers and repairs. I gotta start somewhere, right? Yeah. Good job, though. Juno, shut your trap! I'm pretty sure I've put my first fuse in the wrong way, even after being shown how. Wow, that's a dumb thing. He goes to the box and collects his things. I guess we're off to the next destination. Although maybe I should ask him about where we're headed. Last walk did get a bit droll. Hey Rhoun, I know you said we weren't fixing anything interesting today, but are we going past anything interesting? What do you mean? Well, like, like the maintenance area? Just like something besides these tunnels? Almost 2 hours, jeez.
looks around the tunnels and then at one of the signs on the wall. Well, we weren't really going to pass anything, since it's fast to take the tunnels anywhere. Maybe if we have time later I could try to take you to that engine room I was telling you about. Well, it's not really in the right direction. I did tell me about that. Alright, well, maybe nothing of a day. Just being greedy at this point. I need to go and go bathroom. Right, mini Christmas, mate. Cry mini Christmas. Oh my god. Oh boy. This tonight is shower night. Yep. I really need to get a job. Maybe this weekend. Maybe I can need trouble instead of I don't know. I just need to do it. All right. Back into it. Back into it. No, it's okay. Maybe some other time, yeah? Try to sound convincing, but I'm unsure if I do. Well, this is new. This is new. By the way, my sister's watching Game of Thrones, which is really funny, because, last year, I was like, hey, you want to watch Game of Thrones? And she's like, sure. And we watched pretty much all of it together. And I got her into it, and I'm really... Oh, man. I just really hope Season 2 of House of the Dragon is good. Because I have a bad feeling. Coming to another intersection, I wave Rhoun down as I officially decided it's break time. Slumping against the wall, I found myself staring at the lights in the ceiling, wondering just how many of their days are spent fixing these alone. Rhoun entertains himself by checking out the fuse box and some of the cables in the room before coming to rest next to me. He starts digging through his bag and pulls out a little box, which he pops open to reveal lunch, or at least a timely snack. He starts unwrapping something in foil before turning with eyes wide open. Oh no! I didn't get anything for you. What? Oh, it's fine, Rhoun. You weren't expecting me to be here today. Wasn't expecting to be here today. Yep, let me check. Digging through the box, he pulls out one more thing wrapped in foil or plastic. Pulls out more things wrapped in foil or plastic. Quickly inspecting all of them for something I can eat. Notice he has some of those bread wafer things that messed me up before. Probably best not to have those. I'm sorry, Alex. I don't think any of this is good for you. It's okay, Rhoun. Maybe I can get something later. I have some water, though. Did you bring a bottle, or... No, I only brought my thermos with sap. He's about bag. He pulls out a thermos for taking the lid off and sniffing the contents. Well, that's lucky.
It's almost like it's almost like it was written into the story by the author. Wow. Yeah, just before spelling the contents, it seems to be the right thing. Pouring some into... Shut up, Juno! It looks the same, too. Well, thanks, Rhoun. Very lucky indeed. Offers me a nervous smile as he intently watches me take a sip, ready to jump to my aid. Fortunately, it's just soup. I offer a gratuitous... I don't think that's not the word you want there. Gratuitous is not the word you want in this sentence. I offer a grateful nod. Gracious. Not gratuitous. That's... Oh my god, Yeah, you don't want that word here. That's like... It's like, it either means, like, something unwanted or uncalled for, and it's also, like, given free of charge, so I guess it works, but, like, grateful would be much better. I offer a grateful nod, and he cautiously goes back to his own lunch. Holding the warm cup in my hand is worth the meal alone. Do you normally eat like this? Huh? Sorry. I mean, do you always eat like this when you're out working? Yeah? Why? If I wasn't here, would you be alone? Sometimes. Usually, yeah. Sometimes I have someone help me with something. I'll bump into someone and decide to stop. But not often. No. Does it get lonely? Does it what? Sorry, I mean... Do you like being alone? Is out here working or resting? I'd say I do. For a while. I enjoy when my crew is helping me, but they can't always be around. There's too much to do, especially since... It does get lonely, Alex, but that doesn't stop me. Alright, I'm sorry for asking. No, don't be. I understand why you might think that. I know the impression I made on people that I can be a bit hard to reach. Tyr certainly thinks so. He does? Oh shit, that might have been said behind closed doors. Well, he might have said something. It's a while ago now. When I first got here. Oh, maybe I should see what I can do about... Well, maybe not. If he needs our help, he asks for it. Does he not usually ask for help? Shut up! Depends on what he wants. I think everything is working on is a bit too advanced for me and my crew. He does ask us to do remedial work. Usually he sticks to asking engineering for help. I mean, I only heard a bit of whatever it is that he was working on, but I had no idea beforehand. It explains why my team spent so long checking all the main power fuses and doing structural integrity tests. You'd think he's preparing for whatever his test was. It would make sense. We might not be able to help them directly with what he was doing. We can easily set the back end of it all. We have a lot of requests for his department before you got here. So Tyr's experiment really was taking up all the station's resources. I think Marwin said something about taking out the station's power for a while, too. Unless that was another lie. What did you think it was? Huh? The test. Do you have any ideas of what it could have been? It takes him to ponder the thought as he takes another bite of his burger. Certainly, he must doesn't have some idea, right? I think it was testing some new kind of generator. What? Such a solid answer. Really? How can you know? Well, I don't. It's just a guess. I don't know why he would test a new one.
With the best generator in the system already.
We do?
Yeah, the Marook. Wait, what? Thought you said that South Station is gravity. It is. It generates energy from gravitational force. I think.
Bruh. It generates energy from Holy fuck, that is... Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Did I not say that earlier? Sorry. I was only able to find out so much. Even if I was told more, I doubt I'd understand it. I knew it was part of the engine system, but I didn't realize that it generated almost 90% of the station's power. So wait, why do you think that you beat this new engine then? Well, I think I said this before, but there's only one Maroon. At all. I don't know why, but only this station has one. As for how I didn't know, well... When we were doing repairs and other requests for his department before the test, there were a lot of other checks on power grids to make sure there wouldn't be too many surges. Of course, that didn't work so well, but what else would need that much power to start up? It could really be anything, though. Yeah. So they have the technology. They have the technology to turn gravitational force into power. Enough power to power 90% of this super advanced space station. And they've... Oh my god, it's so fucking... There's so much I want to get into, but I can't. Because I wouldn't be able to explain it well enough. As for the whole power surge thing, they're like checking all things. Honestly, my guess would be some kind of teleporter. Or maybe like a wormhole. We both sit in silence, trying to digest all information laid out before us. Our lunch. If he was testing a new engine, why all the secrecy? I guess any new invention warrants a bit of care. Make sure nothing gets stolen or sabotaged. I am sure I'll find out soon enough. Draw my post-lunch stupor as Rhoun stands up and dusts himself off a bit before stretching out his back. Yeah, Alex, I need to get going back to work now. Do you want to stay here? I can leave my bag and you could finish lunch. I just have to go fix something a few floors down. Oh no, it's okay, I'll come with you. I can need a walk. Well, you might not be able to come with me. Excuse me? It's just that... you'll see. With that cryptic excuse out of the way, he backs up and double checks what direction we're supposed to be heading. Oh boy. Does he have to go outside to fix something? Guess it would go against the rule of exposing me to large crowds. A rule I may have broken this morning, but that was just his crew. Maybe this is different, somehow. Roon seems awfully quiet as he just plods along, stopping every few yards to inspect pressure gauges and errant dripping pipes. May not know better, but some parts of this place really look like they're about to fall apart. I know Marwin said they built it better than the last one, but maybe he's never been back here. Still, Rhoun never seems worried, so everything must be okay, or at least working. After descending some ladders and even more core-dense hallways, we come into a small hatch, jutting out from one of the walls. Okay, here it is. You were worried about this? Not that much worse than before. Why'd you think I couldn't come down here? It's not the hatch I have to fix, bud. It's behind it. Pulls a lever and the hatch pops open just an inch, causing me to hop back a bit. Shut up, Juno! as the hatch opens more, I can see inside. Or rather, I can. As it's a pitch black tunnel leading down. I don't understand. What's down there?
What do I have to fix? The sensor was tripped and it seems something isn't working right. I have to go down there and check. I don't think you should come, though. It'd get tight.
Wait, you have to crawl through there?
Yeah.
You're flabbergasted as he simply pulls out his tools from his bag and takes off his jacket.
You'll be okay staying here, right? I don't want to leave, but I also wasn't expecting you today, and I was scheduled to fix this, and...
Yeah, sorry, are you really going to crawl down there? That seems horrible.
Yeah, but I've done it before. It shouldn't take too long. You'll be okay, right? Here?
Then, the quarter I feel as though for the first time since being here, the monster might jump out and get me. Well, second. Maybe the third, actually. Okay, I'm not helping myself. Turning to Roon, I give him a faint nod that he sheepishly twins.
This should stay open for about a mark. But if it starts to close, don't try to stop it. You might hurt yourself. Please, don't come after me. You get lost without a light down there.
Okay, I'm trying to stop the big machine, and trying to follow you. Anything else? He looks me up and down before his eyes jolt around the room, trying to find something. They refocus a move where he shakes it off and looks away.
No. After this, I promise everything is easy today. You can, look through my bag if you want, on a nap. Okay, bye.
Good luck. Shit. Oh boy, alone in a dark, dingy, and damp corridor. This is reminding me of Soma. That game is amazing. It is one of the best horror games I've ever fucking played. Soma is amazing. And at this cliffhanger, I'm going to end it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There is some, the insane amount of padding and fluff is still here. Unnecessary details. There's still format errors. There's still, like, grammatical errors. They used the wrong word where they should have used grateful. They used gratuitous. Overall, I'm still intrigued, but at the same time, I'm slowly losing interest. And I really hope the rest of this update fixes that, because otherwise, things are going to be quite upsetting. Because I might actually end this series. I'm not even joking. If I don't get hooked in this update, if something doesn't happen that makes me say, wow, then bye-bye. I'm honestly sick and tired. I am honestly sick and tired of playing this, and all that happens is, oh, I'm in the vents and I'm talking to Rhoun, or oh, I'm in the room, I'm in the lab, I'm talking with Maro. There needs to be some plot events that happen other than just this stuff, because so far, it's literally just been the same old, same old. Oh my god, yeah. But overall, thank you for watching, everybody. I guess part 2 will happen eventually. I don't know when, but it will happen. And considering this video will be 2 hours long, I'm pretty sure, only one more video should be the work. Yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next